Hello. Sorry,
awkward.
the dog didn't like that apparently.
Really?
So I'm gonna have to slouch down a little bit. Just a few updates for you guys. I know we are phase 2 now, which we're closer, but we are not quite cleared to meet in person yet. We are very much looking forward to when we can. And I will absolutely let you guys know when I know that we can. But until then, we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing, and yeah. Hopefully we'll get a chance to somehow, here's Hallie, get a chance to somehow meet together with you guys, whether it's FaceTiming or texting, whatever, just catching up with you guys, seeing how we're doing. But Emily's gonna help me with the message tonight, and we're gonna kind of talk about discipline a little bit today. So,
We got
you
some
wanna
good.
start us off, Em?
You want to read a verse first?
Yeah, here. I got my notes on my phone, don't mind me. Okay, so one of the verses we've got today is Hebrews 12:11. It says, "No discipline is enjoyable while it's happening. It's painful. But afterward, there will be a peaceful harvest of right living for those who are trained in this way." What do you think about that?
I mean, basically, no one disciplines for fun. I mean, discipline is a hard thing to do, and it's done out of love.
Yep.
You know, you give someone, whether it's a spanking or a slap on the wrist, it's done out of the love of your heart, so that your
Yep.
your kids or whatever, are a better person and behave correctly, I guess.
Yeah.
But just in that way, God kind of disciplines us sometimes, or
In a way.
even, we can get discipline from our friends, and you're gonna have to be receptive to that.
Yeah, I think it's important for us to remember not to think of discipline as a bad thing, but remember that discipline can be a really good thing.
Yeah.
Because it's something that's healthy to have in our lives. It's healthy to have self-discipline and just knowing your limits, knowing your boundaries, knowing I need to do this before I do this, otherwise this isn't going to get done, that kind of stuff. And really, discipline carries over to a lot of other things in our lives, and can affect a lot of other things in our lives if we don't have good self-discipline.
Yeah.
So, like, something that's big in my life that I've noticed will affect me quite a bit is if I don't have good self-discipline about doing my devotionals and my Bible reading, like either at a specific time or whatever, if I don't have good self-discipline in that, it's just not going to get done. So it needs to get done, right? That's how we have a good, healthy, growing, strengthened relationship with Jesus. So I have to have good self-discipline in that so that that gets done, you know?
Yeah. One of the verses I thought kind of went along with this was Deuteronomy 8:5. And it says, "Think about it. Just as a parent disciplines a child, the Lord your God disciplines you for your own good." And it kind of goes on to say that obeying the commandments is walking with the Lord and fearing Him kind of in a good way. And it kind of goes on to talk about,
Just like sometimes you
God is
fear
going
your
to...
dad because you know you're
Right.
doing what you're not supposed to be doing.
Right, and then it kind of goes on to talk about, the land of good and plenty and all this kind of stuff. And we have to kind of remember, just as in, if you're not disciplined with your schoolwork or whatever, you're not going to get that A. And, if you're not disciplined with your spiritual life, you're not going to get that A either. So just kind of that.
You're not going to be as fulfilled.
Yeah, you're not going to get where you want to be if you're not disciplined.
Yep.
So, What else you got? You want me to find my other?
You can. I
Verse.
think even comparing discipline to, I'm sure you guys have probably seen it going around, but you can even compare this discipline with the Don't Eat It challenge that a lot of parents are doing with their young kids and toddlers. That they'll put like 2 or 3 pieces of candy in front of them and say, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom or the other room or whatever, and don't eat this, and when I get back you can have this and more. And you know, it's funny because some of the kids are really sweet and they wait and patient, others are like, ah.
Right.
And I think that's important for us to reflect on too, in applying that to us, just in our lives. Are we going to have the discipline and the patience to not take those few pieces and work hard and persevere and have the discipline to wait for the bigger and better things that are ahead?
Yeah.
See that.
One of the other verses I found was Proverbs 1:7. And it says, "Fear of the Lord is the foundation of true knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline." So it's kind of telling us, when someone tells you, hey, it's not really what you should be doing, maybe you need to self-discipline a little more, avoid this. We kind of have to know that they're doing it out of love. They're not disciplined. They're not telling you that because they want to. They're telling you that because they love you and they want you to be the best version of you.
Yeah.
So just like another Proverbs is 13:24. And it says, "Those who spare the rod of discipline hate their children. Those who love their children care enough to discipline them."
Yep.
So it's not done out of hate. Parents never spanked you as a child because they hated you. They did it out of love. So
Yep.
that's all I got.
Yep. That's all we got for you guys tonight.
You wanna do a special shout out?
You got a special shout out?
Yeah.
What do you got?
This beauty.
Oh, geez.
I keep that in my.
Shout out for Elise today, I guess.
I got you.
Hope to see you guys soon. Like I said, we'll keep you updated as soon as we know when things change a little bit, that we can meet in person again. Miss you. We love you. See you next week.